Hello, hello again. This is Emily Wardrop from Drop the War Life Coaching. And today we're going to talk about what is a peaceful parenting life coach. So when I say my full title, I always say that I'm an advanced certified peaceful parenting life coach. And that is a lot of words. So we're going to break it down and talk about all of these words. Okay. Let's start with peaceful parenting. Okay. Because maybe a lot of you know what a life coach is. And so we'll get to that later. But peaceful parenting is the niche, basically, is the type of life coach that I am. Okay. So I'm a parenting coach. I want to help you with your relationship with your kids. Okay. And I want you to feel peace. Okay. That is, to me, what peaceful parenting is. So there's a lot of people with a lot of different parenting styles, techniques, theories, whatever. And I like to call mine peaceful parenting. And what I mean by that is that you feel peaceful about the kind of mom that you are. Okay. So that is the summary of what a peaceful parenting, what I mean by that. Okay. So a feeling is an emotion, and we're trying to feel peace, right? We're dropping the war to create more peace in our parenting. Okay. So you're not going to feel any feeling 100% of your life, because that's not how our bodies were made, right? Our feelings come from our thoughts. We have like 60,000 thoughts a day. That's a lot of feelings. They're not all going to be peaceful thoughts leading to peaceful feelings. Okay. You're going to feel the full spectrum of emotion. So what I want to help you do is to feel peaceful about the mom that you are, about what you did, about what you said, about what you felt, about what you thought. So you're thinking about your thinking and you're feeling about your feeling. Okay. So you're going to feel peaceful about feeling annoyed. Is that mind bending? It's so awesome. This is my favorite. So you can feel peaceful about being aggravated all day long. Like if you're a mom of little kids, you feel frustrated. I promise you, you feel that feeling in your body at some point during the day. And it may be like 90% of the day. And that's okay. It's the that's okay part that helps you feel peaceful about the human experience that you're having. Okay. And that's what I want to help you do as a peaceful parenting life coach. Okay. To help you feel peaceful about your parenting. That is what I mean by that. Okay. A life coach helps you do what you want to do. Okay. So basically, there's life coaches that help you lose weight. There's life coaches that help you earn more money. There's life coaches for everything. Okay. And as a parenting life coach, I want to help you with relationships, with your kids, with yourself, with your spouse, with God, with whoever you need to feel more peaceful about your relationship with. That's what I can help you do as a life coach. Okay. And then a certified life coach. So I'm certified through the Life Coach School with Brooke Castillo, and I'm advanced certified through Jody Moore and her faith-based coaching advanced certification. So that is what that part means. And there's a quick little summary for you. So I want to go into more detail about all of those. Let's do. Should we start with the peaceful parenting part? Okay. So there are theorists for everything, right? And there's parenting theories that put it in 4 quadrants. And I don't have my Google up right now to tell you what those are. Off the top of my head, I don't know, because I don't care. Okay. There is a lot of theories, and there's a lot of qualification. What do they call it? Categorizing that happens in the world that I don't care about, right? I'm not into personality types. I'm not into a lot of stuff like that, because I don't like feeling put in a box. And if somebody tells me that, oh, you're an authoritative parent, I feel put in a box. Okay. Oh, you're a blue personality, I feel put in a box, in a blue box. I don't like blue. I like purple. Put me in a purple box. That's fine. But there's no purple in the color code. So anyway, the point is that it doesn't matter what parenting style. Okay. The point is that you're going to feel peaceful about it. Okay. So I do have theories, though, my own parenting theories, and I love to share them, and I will share them all the time on this podcast. But really what I want to do is help you be the expert in your own parenting journey. Okay. Because God knows you, God knows your kids. He put you together for a reason. In his divine algorithm, this is the perfect life experience that you need to be having and that they need to be having. Okay. So when you trust that, then you trust yourself to know the best way to raise your kids. Okay. So I'm all about the books, the blogs, the podcasts, obviously, because you're listening to one. But in my experience, when I read a book, I feel like it's telling me what to do. And if I'm not doing it, then I'm doing it wrong. And then I feel guilty, and then I feel shame, and then it's no fun. Okay. So to drop the mom guilt, we think, who made up this rule anyway? And do I even want to follow it? Okay. So that's a podcast for another day. But the point is, what was the point? That you decide what kind of mom you want to be. Okay. I'm going to help you be an expert on your own parenting journey. Okay. So you tap into your own intuition, follow the Holy Ghost, whatever you want to call it. And you know what's right for your family. Okay. But sometimes we get a little bit in our heads and a little bit confused because we're, scrolling Instagram and there's like 9 million messages of like how we're supposed to be a good mom. And then we forget that we already are a good mom, right? So that's what I help you do as your coach, to just remember who you are and then show up as the good mom that you've always been, right? Okay, so peaceful parenting. Oh, but I have my own theories. Yes, that's where I was going with that. So I subscribe to love. I think that love is the answer. I'm all about agency. Your kids have agency, whether you accept it or not. And one of the biggest tools to drop the power struggle war with your littles or your not so littles is to respect their agency. We expect them to just respect us because we're the adults. But that's a little ridiculous when you think about it in the eternal scheme. So we're all people. We all have agency, and agency is a really big part of my parenting philosophies. All of these are on my website, by the way, www.dropthewarlifecoach.com. Just peruse around in there. You'll see where you can see my parenting philosophies. Connection. It's all about connection, right? We want cooperation from our kids, and the only way to get cooperation is through connection. So we talk a lot about connection. These are all the topics of future episodes, by the way, but I'm just doing an overview right now of what I mean when I say I'm an advanced certified peaceful parenting life coach. Okay. So this is all part of the peaceful parenting, right? Is agency, connection, love. I can't remember off the top of my head what the other ones are. So go to my website and there's that. Okay. What else are we talking about? That I'm a life coach. Do you know what a life coach is? It's kind of getting a little more mainstream, so more people have heard of it. A lot of people still haven't. So basically, as a certified from the Life Coach School life coach, I use the model. So this is behind me. So let me go into that in detail on this episode. That's sort of an overview of everything, because I refer to the model a lot, and it's helpful to have it right over my shoulder because I'm always pointing at it. But if you're just listening on a podcast, then you can't really see my finger or the words that I'm pointing at. So how long do we want this episode to be? We've only been going for 11 minutes. We can talk about the model. I love the model so much. Okay, so circumstances are neutral. They're outside of us. They just are what they are, and they're facts. Okay. So most of the work we do as a life coach is to help you determine between circumstances and thoughts, because thoughts, on the other hand, they may be true. You can have a true thought, but it's still not a circumstance. It's still your thought. So don't be confused that thoughts are facts, and the circumstances are facts and thoughts are not facts. You can have a factual thought. Okay. Let's just clear that up right now. But it still isn't a circumstance, because I know that God is real, and still that's a thought. Because in this mortal life that we live in, he hasn't given us enough proof to prove it in a court of law. Right. So it is not a circumstance, but for me, I know that it's true, and I still accept that that's a thought. Okay. So let's just get that controversy out of the way right now. Okay. So it doesn't matter for the purposes of the model, in order to get leverage over our experience and to empower ourselves. I find that believing in God, I'm not offended that that's a thought, because I know that not everyone thinks that. Okay. So even though I think it's a fact, I know that not everyone thinks it's a fact, and therefore it's a thought. Does that make sense? Okay. So the circumstance is kind of hard to pick out sometimes, because it has to be really facty, and we're not good at thinking in facts because we think in thoughts, right? That's why they're called thoughts. So anyway, as your coach, I'll help you figure out what your actual circumstance is and then what you're thinking about it. And that's very important because our thoughts create a feeling in our body. Every time we think something in our brain, it releases a vibration through our body and we feel that. And that's what we refer to as an emotion. Okay. So if I'm thinking my kid shouldn't have done that, then I feel frustrated, not because of what my kid did. So that's a circumstance. Kid threw a block at other kid, right? And I think he shouldn't have done that. Then I feel frustrated. And then how do I show up when I'm feeling frustrated? Our feelings drive our actions. So if the kid throws a block at the other kid and I think, well, that kid's just being a kid and I feel peace, right? We're trying to feel peace. Then my actions are a little more patient, right? My actions are a little more aligned with the quote unquote good mom that I'm trying to be, which really I actually already am. Because of my thought feeling combination, my action is dialed in. Okay. So circumstance, kid throws a block, thought he shouldn't have done that, feel frustrated, action, I yell at him. I pitch my own adult tantrum while he's having his toddler tantrum, while the other kid is crying because she just got hit by a block. And it's all the, just a day in the life of the mayhem with a house full of toddlers, right? And that's our result, right? Is where we're at. So when we think he shouldn't have done that, then I do things I shouldn't have done, right? And that's the beauty of the model, right? Is to get awareness of that our thoughts are creating a result. So we think that we're losing our shiz all day because the kid is throwing blocks at his sister. Like that makes sense, right? Who wants to feel peaceful about that? Like who's going to just stay in a happy little Zen meditative state while there's all heck breaking loose all around us, right? That's not the goal. The goal is to realize that it's not him throwing the block that made me feel frustrated. I thought he shouldn't have. And that's why I'm doing things I shouldn't have. Does that make sense? So that's how the model works. And that's what we do as a life coach is we break every situation down. You come to me frustrated. I figure out why you're frustrated because you are blaming your child. And blaming your child means that your child needs to behave in order for you to feel better. And that's what we're always trying to do as parents, right? So just get these kids to behave so that we don't have to be so frustrated. But the magic sauce is that they can do whatever they're doing and you can control you. And that is what I help you do as a life coach. All that makes sense? Have any questions? Please. You can email me at emily@dropthewordlifecoach.com. Go to Facebook, go to Instagram, go to YouTube, wherever. There's always places to interact all over the internet. And I would love to hear from you. So guess that's it for a little intro about what a peaceful parenting life coach is. So let me know if you have any questions, if that makes sense, if you want to apply it personally. I am doing free Zoom chat still right now. So you can go to dropthewordlifecoach.com/appointments to sign up for a free Zoom chat, which is just that. It's not some sales call, whatever. It's not a consult. It's not a whatever. It's just a chat. You and me. We'll figure out how this applies to you. You'll get some relief right away. And then if you want to know how to work with me further, of course, I'll be happy to tell you that too. So I'll see you around. And if not, I'll look forward to you listening to the next episode on Believe That You Are a Good Mom. Thanks. Bye.